Hey Lowco sports fans and WHHI viewers, welcome back from what was a busy weekend for Team Lowco with 4 big high school football playoff games on tap, and it's getting late, so every game means more now. We had 2 Lowco squads putting their seasons on the line at home under the Friday night lights, and then 2 more going for gold on Saturday afternoon. So let's get to the highlights. It's time for Lowco Lights on WHHI, powered by lowcosports.com. We'll start with Saturday's games at Charleston Southern because state titles were on the line, beginning with the SCISA 1A championship and the Thomas Heyward Rebels seeking their 5th consecutive crown against a Lee Academy team eager to take the throne after losing to THA in the title game the last 2 years. It was an even matchup early on, but the Cavaliers took the upper hand after star senior Anthony Fripp left with an ankle injury that put him on crutches on the sideline, and freshman phenom Tonio Banner followed him to the bench with an ankle injury of his own, leaving the Rebels short-handed in a game they needed to have their best to win. Lee's Deshaun Haddon scored 3 touchdowns and Hampton Gaskins added 1, and the Cavaliers' defense came up with some huge plays in the red zone to stymie the Rebels and end THA's title run at 4.
Their heart and determination never wavered all year. Like you said, not many people coming into the season gave us a chance to be back on this field, and they played with that chip on their shoulder and came to work every day determined to get back here.
Colleton Prep taking on Williamsburg Academy in the nightcap for the SCISA 2A championship, and the Warhawks defense kept them in it early, forcing the fumble here with Cole Davis on the recovery to deny the Stallions points, and then Davis from his own end zone swings it out to Walker Bryan, who breaks a tackle, makes a man miss, and he scoots up the sideline for a 99-yard touchdown, tying the national record for the who knows how manyth time and giving CPA the lead. Williamsburg came right back with an efficient drive capped by one of Teague Ward's 4 touchdowns on the evening, but the Warhawks went back to the air and got back on top as Davis goes up top for Caden Crosby, who makes a nice play to haul it in and keep his balance, racing to the end zone for a 14-7 lead. But Ward and the Stallions' powerful offense were too much for Colleton Prep to overcome, as Williamsburg wears down Colleton Prep and wins it 41-21 for its first title since 2013.
We lose so much, and
Congratulations,
we don't even want to face
Stallions.
that yet, but we know we got to. So come here in a week or so, we're going to really have to say, okay, look at all we just lost, and it's going to be a ton. But what we got coming back, gives us a lot of excitement for next year. Got a lot of guys coming back who have still had a lot of snaps, and there's something about every one of these kids play so hard. So we do lose a lot, but the ones coming back we're excited about.
A night earlier, it was the public school squads doing battle in the 3rd round of the playoffs, with the winners marching on to the state's Final Four. It was a historic night in Estill as the Gators played their final home game before the schools merged with Wade Hampton High School, and the Gators ran into a buzzsaw. Xavier Garvin threw 2 touchdown passes to senior Angelo Lewis, who had a great night in his swan song, but cross-star Amonte McCray dominated in the trenches, and Carmelo Montgomery and quarterback Tyler Mungin broke it open late to lead the Trojans to a 34-16 win and close the history books on Estill Gators football. Heck of a season. Been a heck of a season on Ladies Island too, and the Beaufort Eagles got to play in front of the home crowd one last time Friday with the Gilbert Indians coming to visit. It was a battle all night long with Casey Fields and Samari Bonds leading Beaufort in a matchup of strong rushing attacks, but it was a special teams play that changed everything. After taking a 21-17 lead, Gilbert made the fatal mistake of kicking it deep to Colton Ferries, and that usually doesn't end well. The Indians had Ferries pinned to the sideline at the 32, but he retreats, fights off a double-leg takedown like only a state champion wrestler can, then shows off some sick breakaway speed, sprinting out of a pack of would-be tacklers all the way to the end zone to give Beaufort the lead for good. Fields tacked on his 2nd touchdown run of the night, and then it was Ferries sealing it for the 2nd straight week with a pick, running the tip drill, and sending the Eagles on to the next one Friday night at undefeated Dillon. We'll let you know how it goes Friday night on Lowco Pigskin Live, powered by lowcosports.com. Check out our social media channels for the link. For WHHI and Lowco Sports, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.